Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a video on resistance bands. If you watch my chest workout on YouTube, I discussed the best way to use resistance bands and also how to make it safe. So of course in your house, if you can attach bands to somewhere that is safe, that's awesome. I don't have anywhere in my house to attach it, so I need to come outside, which is fine. So what I'm going to show you is a full body workout with resistance bands. Now, I use these bands and they all come in different strengths, okay? So what you need to do is find the strength that works for you. A red might be too heavy for you or too light for you. So if you have these kind of bands that we have here, and there's two more actually in there, they're really, really strong, then they're great. If you don't and you've just got the band that doesn't connect, you can still tie that, and if you've got two of them, you'll tie them separately. So when we do things like chest presses or even with squats, you can use those bands, okay? So I'll kind of show you how to do that, because I can use it, I can use these singly as well rather than do it like that. So the first thing we're going to do is, depending on your resistance that you're using, will depend how many repetitions that you actually do, okay? Like I've said to you before, I like to do 15 repetitions. Some of you might not be able to do 15 reps. It's what I kind of work on, and when I feel like I'm getting stronger, I can either up the sets on that, or I can in fact use a stronger band, okay? So I'll be adding more resistance. So same as using dumbbells or plates, you know, just adding more weight onto it. So what I'm going to show you is a really good way with these bands to do a squat. So what we're doing is we're trying to create resistance, okay? So by putting my hands up here, let me move back a little bit, I'm creating a resistance, okay? So from here, I'm going to bring myself down, and then as I come up, I'm creating a resistance. So there's resistance down, and then you're pushing up, okay? So the thicker the band is, the more resistance that you'll be having as you're pushing yourself back up, okay? So I'm really extending this, so I'm creating a bit more of resistance for myself, okay? So make sure you push your bum back, you're keeping your knees behind your toes, and there you have a squat. So what you're looking for with any sort of workout that you're doing, what you're looking for is, let's say you're doing sets of threes, so 3 sets of 15 for instance. You're looking to create the resistance we'll probably feel at the last few. So I always say to people, the last 3, if you're starting to feel that, you've got the right amount of sets. But then you might get to 15, it's fine. But when you get to your 3rd set, you might find that quite hard, even before you get to the last 3. So this is how you train. You're looking to create resistance, that it's not too easy, but obviously that it's not putting you out of a safe position when you're training. So that's a squat. What we're going to do next is we're going to do the chest. So remember my chest workout, what we're doing is chest fibers are here. We're looking at bringing our arms together like this, so that the chest fibers are working. So I'm going to go down slightly lighter on this, okay? So from here we are, get yourself into a comfortable position. I like to put my foot forward, okay, so that the resistance isn't dragging me forward. And from here, we're going to bring through with the weights like that. That's it, resistance. So come back, just feel the elbows go a little bit behind. You don't want to allow them to pull you right back, because that's not good for the shoulders, okay? So again, make sure the resistance isn't too hard, that it's actually in control of you and you're not in control of it, okay? The whole time you want to be in control of the resistance. And so from here, I'm sort of just maybe just behind my shoulder. So we're going to go through to the middle and back. So just feel those fibers working. And again, if you can push to 15, that's great. You might not be able to, it might be 10, it might be 12. You know, at the moment we can't, a lot of us don't have a lot of equipment, so we can't be too choosy on what we have. Some of us might, and that's great. So you have to work on your reps, determining on your reps and sets, determining on what you are actually using to lift. So if you have some resistance bands, you might just have one band of one strength, and that's absolutely fine. So change it up a little bit. We spoke about in the past bigger muscles, smaller muscles. So you want to probably do more reps when you start hitting your smaller muscles, or more reps actually with your bigger muscles, because you'll have one weight, that one resistance band that you're working your whole body with. So I hope you can see that, guys, nice and clearly, bringing it to the chest, so the whole chest is working, pulling through. Okay, that's our chest. So now we're going to work our back. If you follow any of my classes, you'll know that when we do our back, we're pulling, okay? So a chest is a pushing motion, the back is a pulling motion, okay? So what I'll do, and maybe you'll be able to see it from here, I'm going to put this around here so you can see the front of me, okay? So again, positioning, some people like to stand nice and straight, pull back like that. What I tend to do is I like to put one foot in front of the other so I feel nice and comfortable. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to row in. So remember, the whole time, guys, we are pulling our shoulder blades together. Keep the upper body up nice and straight. Don't lean back. And try not to lean forward like that. Okay, so nice and straight like that. That's it, good. So as long as you're comfortable, so another position might be, and I see lots of people in this position and they're comfortable doing it, but I find that I get a better pull if I've got one leg in front of the other, like this. That's good, that feels really nice. And you can do this one arm as well, just to show you. So I'm going to just tie this onto here, like so. And if you did want to do separate arms, if you've only got one band, absolutely fine. I want to create a bit more resistance on this. So from here, another way to create resistance is to go back. So you're creating more resistance as well, so there's more pull on the band. Okay, so again, keep the body nice and straight. Come back all the way through, keeping this, the elbow nice and soft. And we're pulling through. And in fact, we can do the one with the two hands. And if you want to do a little bit more back work, same with the chest, you can just do one arm. So good. Let's go on. We've done legs, chest, and back. So what we're going to do now is, on my little list here, is shoulders. Okay. So with shoulders, what you could do is you can put this under your foot like this. So we can use one, and we're going to do lateral raises. So from here, we're going to come up like this. Okay, up there. So I can give myself maybe a little bit more resistance on that. So from here, we're going to come up. So single arms like this. So lateral. We can also do front raises on this as well, like this. Oh, that's a little bit harder. I'll loosen that off a little bit. And from here, front raises. And in fact, you can even do overhead as well, okay? So if I do this, put this under my foot here, and what I'll do, as if I'm holding two dumbbells, okay? From here, to stay in position, keep my stomach pulled in that position, I'm gonna go up and just down to here. So exactly as if you were holding dumbbells. I'll move back a little bit so you can see me, and up, here we go. And that's actually a really nice resistance. I can feel that. Keep your hands around the bands. Alternatively, again, if you only have one resistance band, from here, and you can go up. Make sure you're not leaning over like this. That's why I just put my hand here. Feel quite comfortable. And up. So I'll move back a bit and up. So it's all achievable. You don't have to have bands like this. As I say, one band is sufficient to do these exercises. Okay, so another favorite of mine is the triceps. I'm using one band for now, guys, to show you. So, because I'm not going through the whole 15 repetitions. So what we're going to do, hands up here, from here, stomach in, keep the back nice and straight, and we're dropping down to there and up like this. Okay, I'll just show you that from the front. Keep the elbows in. Good. Yeah, I really feel that working. That's really good. Nice. So you'll find your comfort when you do this. And again, if you've only got one band, you could tie it up to somewhere. If the band doesn't feel long enough to do it from there, you could tie it up maybe to something, so you're shortening the length, so you're able to get it up, okay? So from here, you could have it attached to this here, something like this, from here, and then pull up. I mean, I'm quite lucky with these because they're super long, but I know some of us might have them just like that. So just attach them to here, and we're going to come up like this. Okay, biceps. Again, many ways of doing biceps. What I'll do for now is show you, again, just keeping it underneath my foot. I'm locking my arm. I've wrapped because the band's quite long, I've wrapped it a few times around my hand. Just be careful of that. Sometimes we can pull it, might be a little bit too tight and it will hurt your hand. So just be a bit careful how you're holding any of the equipment that you're using. Okay, so what I'm going to do is single arms and up. So I'm trying to keep my wrist in line, so I'm not letting it go back or indeed pulling it forward, okay? Keeping it in line with my arm, lock it in, stomach in, and we're coming up. Keeping the arm locked in from there and up. Good. So again, if you've only got one band, you might do less of these. For instance, you might do with your bigger muscles, which would be considered your chest, back, legs and back side. But then that depends on how strong you are. But they are bigger muscles biologically. But it doesn't always mean that they're that strong if you haven't trained them, or you've had an injury at some point, something like that. So that's the biceps, guys. So obviously once you've done one arm, you'll come over and do the second arm. So again, nice position, keeping that arm locked in, stomach in, and we're bringing it up like this. Good. And what we've done here for this workout, we've done all the major body parts. So what I've done is I've just done, I suppose we could call it a bit of a beginner workout, you know, with resistance bands. If you want to see other exercises that we could do with resistance bands, you know, message us on Instagram, message us on YouTube, and there's so many more exercises that can be done. But what I would say is start with those. You're hitting all the sort of major muscles. Start with those for now, and you can do some research on the internet. But obviously we're available and really happy to do more videos on resistance bands in the future. So guys, have a good time with that. Try it out and let us know what you think. And try to get out when you can and enjoy a bit of sun and a bit of exercise. And we'll talk soon.